James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no, friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul. But when the ring is the goal, but if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. Justin, why you left, bro? Can we even get excited about this anymore? Is anybody surprised? Does this come as a shock to any of you? Huh? I've been telling you hoes all season long, and you have not listened. And I said it to you last game, but I'm going to tell it to you again. The Heat are about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? Shit easy. Easy. The easiest series that we've had all year. Miami blew the Celtics ass out, 128-102. Easy work, light work. Jimmy and Bam, our fourth and fifth leading scorers. Everybody going crazy. Big bag. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by two members of the Cain Gang. We're going to start off with the chairman of the Cain Gang, Brother Ricky J. Mark. Brother Chairman, how you doing this evening?
I feel amazing. I haven't felt like this in a very long time. You know, actually, the last time I felt like this was when the Heat won one of these. I think we got a shot now. I think it's legitimately possible.
A shot.
Yeah.
We are winning the fucking title, Ricky J. Mark. And of course, also on this panel, Brick by Brick himself, my boy, KTJ, with the proper utensils in the background. My boy, how's it hanging?
Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Bring them out. Ladies and gentlemen, the sweep is on the way. Oh, my goodness. I am doing fantastic. I wish we could have got a more competitive game, but I guess this will do. You know, I'm doing great.
Oh, man. So, of course, Miami, like, the coaching has been on display all series long. But the role players decided to tell Backpack Jimbo and him Adebayo, take a breather. Take the night off. We got y'all this evening. Namdi. Boy, do we have a show in store for you. You have earned them flowers, and we gonna give them to you. Before we do that, though, we want to shout out the boy David Sassy with the $2 dono. He said JT really Denzel Valentine with celebrity status. David Sassy again. He said Joe Hasselbuller is generational, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, Dan the Film Jet, consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen, with the $5 dono. He said, Jingle bells, Boston smells, Tatum is a fraud. Oh, what fun it is to watch the Celtics completely fall. Hey, let's go Heat. Fuck is you talking about out here? Big game from a bunch of people, and I'm interested to hear what you boys got to say about it. TJ, we're going to start with you. Give me your thoughts on the game. You can talk about a player. I don't really give a fuck how you approach this because Boston didn't.
First of all, we're never using the word undrafted to describe these niggas again. First of all, they used all of them up on the broadcast. They said it 75 times. I don't want to hear the word no more. But At this point, bro, they in the league, dog. They are role players that have experienced winning at the highest level. They went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Some of the role players have been to the finals when they were in the bubble, and at this point, bro, they are regular rotation players outplaying several other people on Boston. Did Malcolm Brogdon even score tonight?
Come on,
did he even score? 0 points for the sixth man of the year. You know. Meanwhile, Gabe Vincent gave you 29 points. Caleb Martin gave you 18 points, and my favorite of them all, and I can't wait till we talk about them, 55 gave you 22 points, 5 of 7 shooting, and one of the greatest lobs ever thrown to Bam Adebayo. What a game, man. What you want to talk about the others showing up? Boy, did they. In spades, bro. What a game for them boys, man. Like this first team all dog, bro. I tweeted, and it was probably in haste. You know, I was living in the moment a little bit, but
a little premature.
Yeah, I said this is my favorite team ever. But bro, this team is all dogs, bro. All dogs. They don't care. Gabe Vincent taking the most ridiculous shots we've ever seen. Cash. Duncan Robinson, irrational confidence. Caleb Martin thinks he's him. But he just might be. Bro, like, I'm in, bro. I'm in.
Bro, you like me, bro. Like, I told, like, if they won game 1 of Boston, then I was like, okay, I was in. But my brother, I could not have seen this coming, bro. But the title is ours. That is just kind of what it is. What is it? Hold on, put that back up. Put that back up for me one time. My bad. Go back, because I see what I miss it. I'm missing the dono, but I don't see what it was, bro. I don't want to see what it was. Put it up when you get. I'm just saying. We want to thank the boy Jump with the 249. Shadow Clone Jutsu dollars. He said, we got throwback running dunk Ricky Bell tonight. He said, didn't even need to shoot a midi. Namdi decided to be Dame, and Caleb is now Latino Paul George. Listen, Bam Adebayo shot 4 for 5, but my God, what 4 they were. He was game long, and I was loving that shit. David Sasson again with the $5 dono. He said DJ Khaled thought he was a Palestinian grounds after that shooting performance from Boston. Thank you.
I'm not sure.
Thank you, Randall _21 with the $4.99 dono. He said Gabe does this against Denver. He gonna need an apology from everyone. LMAO. He will help us sweep. First of all, apologies. We don't do that. we don't care. We said what we said. Frosty Drip with the $1.99 dono. He said, how's Ricky doing right now? It's been a minute. I'm glad you asked because we about to throw it to the cane right now. Ricky, give me your thoughts on the game tonight.
So I gotta be honest with you guys. I didn't watch the game tonight. I watched the massacre. I don't think that should have been televised nationally, to be honest with you. That was kind of gross.
Boston massacre, Ricky J. Mark.
Thank you, Levi. I appreciate that. That's shout out to Crispus Addicts. You know, ironically enough, when white people get free, black people got to die, and he was the first person to die during that. Go figure. I don't know. That's weird, but that's just me being a history nerd. Tonight, I mean, things look good in the first quarter. Guys were doing what they needed to do, and I'm thinking like, okay, Miami's playing well. They're at home. They're feeling their way out. They're adjusting to the crowd. Who, by the way, I've been very critical about the Heat's like notoriously late arriving crowd, and they actually showed up tonight. So congratulations on doing your jobs. All right, you're supposed to show up on time. It's the Eastern Conference Finals. Do it again. But from then on, they blew the game open, and it got to a point where you got guys like Duncan Robinson, Gabe Vincent. I mean, they were shooting like crazy. You know, it was awesome to see. I was getting flashbacks to Game 5 against the Thunder in 2012. I was getting flashbacks to Game 4 Lakers Mavs in 2011. I was getting flashbacks to 2014 Game games 3 and 4, Spurs versus Heat. I was getting flashbacks to the Bulls sweeping the Pistons in 91. These are the kinds of performances in the NBA playoffs that the opposing team usually doesn't come back from, quite frankly. I mean, Bam almost shot a 3 tonight. Had he shot that and had it gone in, I probably would have ran out my house.
That ain't the best hypothetical that could have happened tonight, Ricky. Because I see TJ tweeted it too. But if Udonis had a checked into that basketball game, the roof would have come off that bitch. We want to bring up our white shooter off the bench, pulling up one time from clear across the Barbie. My boy George. Look at this man. This man is nasty. George, tell me what you saw tonight. Give me your thoughts on the game, brother.
If I told you what I saw tonight, this is whole fucking show would be demonetized instantly. This was unsanitary. This was missionary, doggy style, everything above, all of the above. This is what this was. I have never seen a team.
Know what that is.
I bet you don't.
We know.
Your browser history says different.
That robe says different. All right. No, but in all seriousness, I've never seen a team in more shambles than this Celtics team right now. It is fucking undeniably embarrassing at this point. I've never seen a team in history, like even regular season, postseason, summer league, preseason, fucking training camp, walk in and look more unhappy to play the game of basketball at a high level. They fucking suck in the nicest way possible. You are an NBA organization that looks so lost, so out of your depth that it's embarrassing at this point. Jason Tatum, superstar, future face of the league. Where? But like seriously, where? What has he shown you in the play? You coddled that entire Celtics team to an NBA Finals. They got destroyed. Fucking, it wasn't even a contest in my opinion. I don't care that they won game 1 and 3. It doesn't make a difference. You look just out of your depth. Jaylen Brown looks like he doesn't want to play with his team. He refuses to pass the ball. He can't shoot. Robert Williams is fucking useless. Fully useless. And this is the man they said was better than Bam. This was the man they said was better than Bam. Their bench played better. I was more keyed in, locked in, watching Sam Hauser and Luke Cornett and Peyton Pritchard with Grant Williams and Mike Muscala. I was more keyed in. Had thought they had more of a chance running that third string unit than watching their starters play. They're finished. They are done, and they didn't even get a game from it. Let's look at our team now. The only thing I can say is fucking wow. Like, you've got a guy with Gabe Vincent who's getting paid, what is it, $3 million? $4 million? Giving you all-star numbers in this series. All-star numbers. All-star. I'm shooting at like 43% from 3. The guy is fucking broken. I don't know who pissed him off. I'm pretty sure they dangled that contract in front of him and said, we're going to send you somewhere else. You're not going to get paid unless you play. And he's playing. He's playing fucking well. Duncan had 22 tonight. Duncan had 22 tonight. The sniper. I don't think I counted a player out more frequently than Duncan Robinson, but what he's doing is this comeback series is coming at the best time. But look, we're going to go to the finals. They're not coming back from 3-0 down. They're not even winning another game. That's just what I'm going to say.
Well, George, they haven't won a game to begin with, so until they do it, I don't think they can beat this team. Just being honest with you. Thank you, Alex Campbell with the $4.99. Don't know. He said, let Jimmy rest LMAO. Why do we need to play him? Huh? This is beneath us. Thank you, Dan the Film Jet with the $5. Don't know. He said, how about Bam with the 3 slams tonight? Oh, man, how great would it be if he put Tatum on a poster as well? Listen,
I'd have had an out-of-body experience.
Come on now.
My God.
Almost. But he was looking for that. Darius Jordan, $20 coming in here doing what we know he gonna do, which is violate any type of childhood dreams that somebody may have watching this show. He said this was a good old hub raw dog action. Bro, who watches condom porn? That's what I want to ask you, Darius Jordan. Who watches condom porn? Nobody I know.
I mean, a lot of people did for a while.
Yeah, that's all they had back in the day. That's not what we talk about. Let's talk about 55, who looked like shades of another 55 at moments in this game, with them lobs and passes that he was doing out here. Jay Will, there you go. Come on now, Cain.
You cooking?
You was a little slow on the uptake. We gonna start with TJ though, because I know that boy was waiting to talk about 55. Big impact, second leading scorer on this team. Absolutely dominant in his minutes. Tell me what you saw from Duncan tonight.
55. The sniper. Man, I am so proud. I have been singing his praises all year. I never wavered. I never turned on him. There were people on this very program who said that he was overpaid. Not so. He is underpaid for the performance that we got tonight. Duncan Robinson was outperforming Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum in the playoffs. What is going on? There, watch the grounds, ladies and gentlemen. Play the lottery, do something, cause some shit is going on. I told y'all about the bottom bench theory, and Dunk came back. He said, "You know, I had to double it." And came back with another performance. 55, bruh. 55. He's not even just shooting no more. He's taking niggas off the dribble. Jason Tatum tried to meet him at the rim. He said, "Yes, jelly fam, dunk." What is going on, bruh? I'm so proud of him. He's like my child. Give me all the whites. Give me, except for Cody Zeller, you can stay right where you at, brother. But give me all the whites. Amen.
Even Cody.
Amen.
Wait, so hold on a second. So when Twan asks for all the whites, y'all be saying amen and celebrating. But when I'm accused, y'all be looking at me funny.
These aren't accusations.
Ricky, these are not accusations, brother. We see you. We
see your work, brother.
We see your work, brother.
The basement human resources department are ready for your complaints, and we are here to hear you. You just direct your emails to Alex Sheltman, and he will get back to you within 6 to 8 business days.
It is grotesque.
I ain't even do nothing.
Well, not tonight. Not tonight.
I've never seen you without the glasses.
David Sasser with the $5 dono. He said Jaylen Brown played like Aaron Aflalo with John Morant shooting abilities, not b-ball related. Damn. He said and Al Horford is Marcus Camby with timeout tendencies. Thomas with the 199 dono said Justice, Enoch, Abe, you guys are bums. Let's go Heat. I don't even know who you talking about.
Yeah, I know. That's not my native tongue, brother.
Is that Abe Lincoln?
Man, listen, brother. He ain't talking about me. Otherwise, I'll preach. Jay talked with a $10 dono. He said Duncan throwing lob, Bam catching bodies, Jimmy trolling Horford, 55 and Gabe with the flamethrowers on their back and outscoring the 2 J's on the Celtics. Life is good. Life is great. And my God is good. Adam Rodriguez with the $2 dono. He said, talk about that spin move from Idris on Brown. Had that. Before we get there, before I toss this rock to Ricky, I'm going to bring my boy up. What's up? Host of the Red Scrub Heat podcast, my boy LJ Cascon.
Heat and 4.
Easy work. But we're talking about Bam right now, and I'm gonna let Ricky start on that. Ricky, no, we're talking about 55. I'm sorry. Ricky, talk about 55's contribution tonight.
I mean, wow. I wasn't even expecting him to have a game like this because Max Strus pretty much started off pretty decently. I'm thinking like, okay, there's a reason why he's out there. Given his girth, he's someone you can match up against Grant Williams. And I saw that matchup work rather well. And I'm like, okay, he's going to be doing all right tonight. And then Duncan comes in and his stroke game just blows everybody away.
I'm going to let that one slide.
I haven't seen.
No, hell no.
Thank you.
What
I haven't seen. What's going on?
No, go ahead, continue.
Hey, Jimmy Butler impersonation. I like it. Yeah, that's cool. But yo, like for real, like I haven't seen this kind of Duncan Robinson since before the contract. And I'm not saying that's going to happen again, but I mean, if he's, if his shooting stroke is as effective as it is right now, you got to ride that thing all the way to the NBA Finals. There's no way around it. I mean, Max obviously gives you a great deal of effort, and his D is actually pretty good against Jason Tatum. But if Duncan Robinson can give
now, hey, double technical foul, you're out of here, Ricky. You're out of here, Ricky.
Whoa, white man.
Gentlemen, I want you to do me a favor. Remove this cracker from my show.
Y'all know this is a black-ran organization. We do not dismiss Cain from here, George. But I get it. He deserved to be thrown.
I'm just the ref. I'm just doing my job.
Okay, Scott Foster. George, I want you to talk about 55 tonight too, bro.
I wasn't done.
Like I said,
he was his.
Oh, you was done. You might not.
His rhythm was immaculate.
We were finished with you.
Go ahead, George. Go ahead.
Good, George.
Duncan, like I said, is a player that I had written off every time, and for good reason. Everyone had to write him off. He was disastrously bad, fucking terrible. But yes, but he still did more than anyone on the Celtics.
They had me in the first half of that tweet. They had me in the first half.
I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, George.
But with Duncan shooting, when it's come back, it just provides that other top tier level of floor stretching that we need and the spacing that we need to let Bam operate, to let Jimmy go, to let him do it. Because when he shoots well, we are a better team for it. This is the same man that people asked, would you trade the number 1 pick in the NBA draft for Duncan Robinson? This is back when he was shooting, was it 47% on 9 attempts?
Wemby over Duncan? Wemby over
not now. This was 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. And people said no. People voted. 53% said no. 47% said yes. Looking back at it, it's still a fucking horrible fucking decision. But it's one of those things where people already knew what he was capable of, and he's doing it in that little sabbatical he took for 18 to 20 months of just playing like an idiot. I don't even know how to say that last name. I can't even.
First of all, Roland, we could just call him by his first name. I don't even want to know his last name. Roland, that is insane what you just said in this stream. Okay? That is generationally nasty. All right? We're going to go on to the twist T, or is it just twist?
Twist.
Bro, he put a capital T at the end of it, bro.
Twisty's an Australian
staple.
Twisties are an Australian staple stack.
Bro, that capital T, bro, makes me feel like he wants it to be pronounced as a T.
Twisty.
Nobody else do you feel, Ricky?
I think Ricky knows all about twisties.
Oh my God.
I do not.
Thank you for the $9.99. Thank you for the $9.99 donut to talk about basketball, Twisty. He said we was a 3-point underdog. We had a 3% chance of winning this series, brother. I don't know if you saw that. David Sasson with the $5 donut. He said Boston Whites through the though the British were coming after that performance. Dan the Film Jet with the $5 donut. He said not to get ahead of myself, but those people at ESPN are going to regret betting against us. They're going to lose a lot of insurance with those dumbass bets like the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today and tell him that the Basement sent you. Email our guy James Pugh at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that is 321-345-7738. We want to thank the people over at Simple Health Advisors for sponsoring not only this program, but the Basement Sports Network in its totality, and especially our guy James Pugh. Shout out to you, gang. He said, No, we already got that one. He said Adam Rodriguez with the $2.
Resume.
He said pause. Hey, the boy Dan the Film Gen already had you in that. My boy LJ been up here for a little bit. Didn't get an opportunity to say a word. LJ, I want you to jump in on this 55 conversation. Tell me what you saw out of Duncan tonight.
First off, George needs to change his name because it says Knicks fan on his left. I, sir, am no Knicks fan. That is above you, my good sir.
Quick, no, sir.
Just change your name, George.
Just change the name. Just change the name.
Listen now, the old me would have said I wanted to see someone pull a Dexter Pittman on Peyton Pritchard in the fourth quarter. The old me would have said that. That's not me anymore. The new me says that Duncan Robinson's a pretty good basketball player. He outscored Jason Tatum in a playoff game tonight. He shot really well.
I see what you're doing.
He wasn't getting hunted on defense. Jason Tatum was getting hunted on defense. I'm just saying, Duncan Robinson's throwing lobs and running the offense when Jimmy Butler's not out there.
They're going to need that in Portland.
I'm just speaking the truth. This isn't a narrative. These are facts that we all just watched on television. Duncan Robinson, he's a pretty good basketball player. I rest my case.
Hey, man, national television at that, in front of the holes. In a high-leverage game where I honestly, dog, like I legit, like in all seriousness, I thought Boston was going to come out with a much, like, cleaner, more disciplined approach to this game. And that's just not what I got. They were, like, falling apart all game long. And to the Heat's credit, they took full fucking advantage, bro. Adam Rodriguez with the $10 dono. He said, who's been the Heat's best roles player of the series? Caleb Martin. It's not even a goddamn question in my mind. Caleb Martin has been phenomenal. He was again tonight, but he was outplayed by other role players, and I'm going to get to Gabe next because I think Gabe was crazy. James Todd with the $5 donut. He said, Celtics coach just said during this post-game press conference, he lost the locker room. LOL. Spo out here got coaches going through hell. If that man said that on national television, bro.
That's insane, bro.
They have a big problem, and they have a big problem in Boston, and it's not my
Bring
problem.
back Udonis.
And I don't care. I don't get they can keep the nasty man, leave the nasty man out here.
An extension.
For sure. Like a big extension too. Fuck that. I don't care. Their misery is my fortune. TJ, I want to talk about Gabe, who was essentially our best player tonight, bro. Gabe was 11 of 14, 6 of 9 from the 3, 29 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. Like, what was boy on tonight?
Honestly, bro, I don't even know. Usually I say, he did the Dame thing, but even this was like, bro, moving different. You feel me? He took I think this was like his second 3 that he took in transition with nobody. And he did the little Curry thing, turned away early. I said, my God, Gabe Vincent, who the hell do you think you are? The bro was cooking, though. I can't even say nothing. He was in his Duffy tonight, man. Gabe Vincent, bro, you hoop like this? And he wasn't even doing the ridiculous Gabe thing. You feel me? He wasn't even, taking the outlandish bullshit shots.
He was taking good shots.
Yeah, good shots in rhythm within the offense. Bo was just on tonight. That boy had Reggie Miller, flabbergasted. Had Reggie Miller, Speedster. Reggie always got something to say. He's easily, I hate him the most on commentary. But that boy, look at Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson combined for 51 points. Oh my goodness. That boy Gabe.
Isn't that what Tatum scored in Game 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Against another team, though.
Wow. Not the Heat.
Not against my school.
I ain't never seen him do it against my. Like, you ain't see that. Darius Jordan with a $20 donut. He said, "Oh my God, Joe Mazzulla is defeated." Listen to his post game, man.
God, it's great.
Yeah, like, well, we'll listen to his post game after we get finished doing our post game. It's kind of what's happening right now.
Yeah,
$100 we do a watch along right now.
Fuck your name, George. Like, I just want to put that out there. Fuck your name, because it's true though. But look, dude, like I'm with you. Like, Gabe Vincent's game tonight came in like the flow of the offense. Like it's like you said, bro. It didn't feel forced, and I appreciated that from him. And he was just cooking tonight. Ricky, what did you see from Gabe Vincent?
just saw much of what we've been seeing this entire postseason run. Gabe Vincent, so this might be a dated reference for those of you that didn't start watching Heat basketball until LeBron showed up. But do you remember the 2004-2005 season when Keon Dooling suddenly became a mini Wade in the playoffs?
Yeah.
Where he was playing with so much confidence, where like almost everything he was throwing up was going in, to the point where it was like, all right, slow down. We actually have Wade, give him the ball. I'm seeing that in Gabe this season, except now you're in a league where putting those shots up is actually recommended. It's one of the reasons why, Max Strus is walking into pull-up threes, and Spo's like, yeah, keep doing that. That wasn't the case back then. It was a different league, different offense, different society, all that other stuff. We were still in Iraq, whatever. But like, actually, we still are. Damn. No, but like Gabe Vincent's confidence has really gotten him to the point where you can see why he was a standout G League player. Because I think one thing we need to understand is that a lot of these guys that we see in the league now, even the guys at the end of the bench, they were the man most likely in high school. They could hoop. It's just everybody else can hoop too, that it makes them look pedestrian by comparison. You take a Cody Zeller, for example. You send him to the YMCA right now. He's cooking everybody. As bad as he looked tonight. But Gabe Vincent, I mean, I just want this this streak that he's on to continue for at least 6 more games. And if he's able to do that, we might have I said 6, because game 4 is 1, and then Heat in 5 in the finals. Isn't that like the mantra for Miami? What? No, I can't even get that one. All right, fine. Heat in 4, whatever.
Fuck is you talking about, Ricky J. Mark? That's what I like to hear. Right there. Want to thank ATL with the $5 donor. I hope you're having a good night. He talked about Adebayo. I like that. Has some filthy ones. Gabe Butler. Lillard. I'm with it. I don't give a fuck. Whichever one. Jimmy got to take it easy. I don't ever want Tyler back. Ball moves so freely without him playing. I didn't say it.
We can't go one program without slandering the child's name.
They gave us money.
It's slander if it's false.
How much money did he give?
Cook Ricky J. Martin. Enough for me.
I bet it is enough for you.
If he could have gave less, and we still would have got Just Lansberg giving us $10 for calling out of work at the last minute. He said, when are we going to talk about what happens when Tyler comes back? Bro, how can we avoid it, TJ? They are giving us money.
We need to stop.
They are giving us money. Why? They giving us money, TJ.
We're 1 win away from the NBA Finals, and yet
This is true. Hey, listen, bro. I'm just saying
that's a very hot take.
He'll be back June 1st.
Hopefully a little longer than that. Like, I think Boy might need to sit this one out. Let it heal.
That's why they're winning in 4. Just give him less time to recover.
They just want to get on the court. They're like, if we just keep playing games, he won't come back. So
Tyler walks in the locker room. Guys, I've got 3 weeks left, bro. Let's just extend the series.
We got to get this shit done in 2 weeks. George, actually, like this Gabe Vincent thing, like this isn't the crazy thing about this is that this isn't Gabe's first game winning for Miami in this series. Gabe has won several games, and he has earned himself like a pretty solid contract coming this offseason. How is he being able to do that? Like, what is he doing in these postseasons? Because he did a lot of it last year too, but not to this magnitude. Like, what is he doing now that has allowed him to kind of take this leap?
He took a page from Jimmy's book. It's that whole underdog mentality. When Jimmy comes out and he goes, I haven't won anything yet. I haven't won at any level. I haven't done anything. It's the exact same mentality with Gabe Vincent. He's not earned that big contract. He's getting up there. He's in the prime of his career now. He hasn't earned that big contract. He wants to. And the only way he's going to do it is by doing exactly what he's doing right now. And it's putting up shots, making big-time shots, being that third scorer. I don't know. You can't really say third scorer. You've got Bam, Jimmy. Jesus Christ. You got Bam and Jimmy. And then you've got
Caleb the last game.
Four guys who can do the exact same shit. And it's Gabe, it's Strus, it's Duncan. and it's Caleb Martin. I don't know.
And Kyle Lowry from time to time.
And Kyle Lowry. None of it and Kevin Love. It could be Kevin Love. Kevin Love did it for us against the Knicks as well. He came up big time. But the fact that the Knicks has given us a bigger struggle than the Celtics is fucking insane. I'll shut up.
No, it isn't.
No, you good. You can cook. Finish cooking, George.
No, there's no cooking. There's nothing to say left. He's a fucking amazing player. He's coming. He wants to get that contract. He wants that contract, and he's going to get it. I don't know how much he's going to get paid, but he's going to get that fucking contract. It'll be like 12 million, 15 million.
I think if we win the championship, it don't really matter.
I couldn't give a fuck.
How much he gets paid or who pays him. Like, I think that's
what
the question is. Like, who's going to pay him? Like, and it might not be us. He's worth it to a certain extent. Thank you, the coolest for the $5. She said the Twan zoom in on every Tyler mention got me in tears. F Pat Riley and Cal Forever and Heat and Foe. Listen to me, y'all. If you want to know how to be a hater, y'all follow my dog, the coolest. No, go back to the coolest. Follow the coolest on Twitter. That is easily new. Find my dog. Follow her. That is hater bag elite right there, bro. That's my Michael Jordan. Gerald M with the $4.99. Don't know. Said it's a bird, it's a plane. It's the Heat winning without Tyler Zero. Oh, there we go. Fix me. Easily new. Follow my dog on Twitter. That is my homie, and she is a elite hater. LJ, I know you've been waiting, but we gotta bring up my dog, Cain Kendall. One time for the one time, getting in his right spot. Cain Kendall. Go ahead, bro. Tell me what you saw tonight. We talk about
with the whites now.
We talk about wherever you go. You in the middle. Of
you know, it's just some rank, you know what I'm saying? Got to put them boys in their proper place, you know what I'm saying, Ricky? And you was a Knicks fan, and as me as a full Heat fan, you know I'm going to you off that, you know what I'm saying?
I'm a full Heat fan, too. I don't.
Okay. But I don't cheer for the Knicks, so that's But, yeah. I saw an ass whooping. I saw a dead body. I saw Lucky. Laid out. They knocked the Lucky Charms out that boy. Julian Edelman can't save him. We are not the Atlanta Falcons. This is not a 28-3 in the second half of a Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Dix was put in the dirt tonight. On phone now. You know what I'm saying? This team wants to destroy the boys so bad. And Jimmy Butler showed it. Like when Gabe hit that and he started shooting them pistols. And found Al Horford and hit him with this. Oh, I was like, okay, yeah. It's real. Like, them boys want to put them in the dirt. Like, they want to bury. They ain't playing no games with them. I don't know. Is it really a surprise? I heard some George saying something about the Knicks. Didn't the Knicks beat the Celtics 3-1 in the regular season series?
Yes, they did. Absolutely.
So the fact the Knicks was pretty much better than the Celtics. Yes, you
absolutely correct.
You know what I'm saying? And so if we did that, what we did to the Knicks, we beat them in 5. So us beating the Celtics in 4, it probably shouldn't really be surprising when you really math the math. But I've seen niggas doing real things. Hey, I've never seen a playoff run just line agendas up so beautifully. I'm already mentioned it. 14 isn't here. I'm not gonna get into that. Duncan Stock is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on now.
55 Stock is back, ladies and gentlemen. He can have his sniper game chain back for the next 3 days. Business days, that is. So Thursday it will be in review. Gabe Vincent, you're making yourself a lot of money that we won't be able to get, brother. Max Strus, you're still doing good things. We are right there. Bam Adebayo didn't make top 3 in DPOY, didn't make an All NBA, but he's sunning the fuck out of Jaylen Brown. That is an All NBA 2 guard. Yeah, my internet. Shout out to him. Whatever. Oh, but I wanted to. Hey, Gad had the most iconic tweet and sometime today. Shout out to him. But yeah, you saw a mismatch. I honestly think that this game was a representation of the coaching. Like, I don't think there's anything the coaches did in these two games, but I just think, like, the difference in coaching level between Spo and Mazzulla was pretty much, like, played through the two teams. Like, if you could say, how much better is this coach than that coach? Like, the Heat just showed you, like, in a game. Like, I don't think that game was necessarily on Mazzulla, but that, like, the way we whooped their ass tonight is how much better Spo is than Mazzulla. So it's Heat and 4 pussy hoe. Like, and we up.
Joe, I don't want to say if you lost this team, but is there a disconnect between you and the players at this point? Is there something not quite working that might have worked in February or January that you're not telling them to lose by 28 points, but you're telling them to try? So is there a disconnect?
Yeah, that's where I have to be better, is figure out what this team needs to make sure that they're connected, they're physical, and they're together by the time we step on the floor.
What do you think caused that disconnect?
Not sure.
Ooh.
Bernie's like back to fucking Boston.
That's tough, bro. That's tough. They probably got told to bring one suit too because they weren't gonna be here long. Shout out to Pat Riley.
Did you see how them boys was dressed before the game?
You said what?
That wasn't suits. It was Cancun,
bro. They was dead ass in beach gear, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
Button up with the tank top under, some shorts,
that's
with
crazy.
the Nike socks and the Air Forces. Like, major spring break in Miami in 09 vibes, bro, was going on. Jason Tatum was in there all white, like he was about to go straight to the club after. Bro, like,
he probably right now.
Hey.
Yeah, right now. I do want to get to LJ on the 55 conversation because I never got a chance to swing it to him. 55 was elite. Continue the conversation. You on mute, Cascade. You on mute, Cascade.
You were. I thought you meant to say the Gabe conversation. I talked about Duncan, but Gabe was just insane. Like Twan said it too, man. Just him playing within the realm of the offense, and like he's not off balance on his shots. He's not forcing things. Everything just seems like natural for him, and that just when he plays level-headed without CTE, he's insane. I thought he got CTE in the Milwaukee series when he got it like a knee to the head, and he was just playing with like brain matter scattered everywhere. The brain is rebrained. It is reformed, and he actually looks pretty smart again. You don't win Game 5 in Milwaukee without Gabe. You're not as close against the Knicks in Game 2 in New York without Gabe. And now here in the Boston series, you're not where you are without Gabe. And he said on the TNT postgame show too, when he was talking with like Chuck Kenny and Ernie and all them, he said the reason he's able to do that and all the role players are able to play the way they've been playing in the series is because they're encouraged to take those shots. Spo doesn't say, don't you shoot that. Spo saying, do that, take those shots, continue to have the green light. And it helps because Jimmy and Bam, the stars of the team, aren't saying, stop doing that, pass me the ball. They're letting them just find their own flow. And then when you let the role players find their own flow, you get games like tonight where Jimmy and Bam don't have to play in the fourth quarter. It's crazy what we're seeing. It's such a role reversal. Like no one saw this coming. And that's honestly attributing to why it's my personal like favorite sports team playoff run that I've seen like in my entire life. Because the expectations were in the ground. And now it's like we're one win away. We're 4 quarters away from an NBA Finals berth when we were saying we expected that last year. This year, I don't know, man. It has been just such a 180.
We did not expect that last year.
No, I expected a deep playoff run last year. I absolutely expected.
Once I figured out how the playoff matchups was lining up at the end of last year.
Well, when we got to that Game 7, bro, like we definitely thought we was going. Like,
I thought they were dead in Game 6 in Boston. Then Jimmy jimmied, and then I was like, all right, no,
once they won that, bro, like I dead ass did not have like. Yeah, I thought that Game 7, the role players were gonna play like they did tonight. Like I really thought that they was gonna flood the Celtics like with a team. Like I didn't think Jimmy or Bam was gonna have to do all that extra shit. I thought like the team was gonna flood them in Game 7 last year. Obviously they disappointed, and still came up just short. But them boys getting it back in blood though, and they making up for it.
They're making up for it this series. I mean, you can just see it, man. They are angry. Like you don't see a team go on the road, come back and do what they've been doing in the whole postseason. So it's not really that surprising. You know, just in a vacuum. But to go up 2-0, come back, and then blow their ass out in Game 3, they want it, and they're going to try to do it in 4.
The boy, somebody with the $2 donut, he said, "Do not Bring back Herro. Don't ruin a good thing. ATL with the $5 donor. I hope you're having a good night. Trade Tyler for Jaylen Brown. Spo and staff can fix him. I know Boston will be ready to pack him up after Tuesday night. Boston fans would love the trade. Of course, they fucking would. But no, like you guys, like to the coaching talk that Kendall brought up, and you, LJ, was talking about people changing roles. We saw an adjustment from Boston tonight. We saw them switch their starting lineup, go to the small lineup. They started Derek White. That's the lineup. That's the formula that's been most successful for them throughout the course of this season. And this is the worst loss that they've had in the entire series. Ricky, we're gonna start with you, bro. Like, where does Boston go from here? Like, what can they do to potentially get themselves back in this series?
So, first of all, shout out to Culture Shock. They usually do halftime spaces. I was on that halftime spaces, and at least what I was expecting was one of the strongest punches.
Wait a minute, Ricky. Hold on, Ricky. Hold on. Fuck is you talking about, George? Culture Shock is gang. Fuck is you talking about? Don't you dare disrespect the homies on here. Shout out to my dog Heather. Shout out to my dog Lola. Shout out to all the ladies over there at Culture Shock. They hold it down. They are essentially the Basement's halftime show because that's where we be. If you want to listen to our halftime spaces, make sure you follow Culture Shock. Pull up on their shit because that's where y'all will hear some of our halftime takes. Again, George, I'm gonna skip your ass this time because you talking shit about
Stone is in hell.
Go ahead, Ricky.
That's an insane.
That's at CLTR Shock Queens, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to find them on Twitter or something like that, So no, I mean it's just, wait, what were we talking about? I was shocked by George.
Culture shocked, if you will.
Talk about them women, ain't it?
Get distracted. He gets out. We're talking about the adjustments that the Celtics can make going into the next game.
Okay. Yeah, no, honestly, like I'm honestly shocked. I expected a really strong half from Boston because I mean, this is it. You know, you lose this game, it's 0-3. Miami won one more game in Miami. This series is not getting further than 6 games. Like it's not going back to Boston for a game 7. That's just not going to happen. These guys won't let that happen. As far as adjustments, I mean, you know, we saw an adjustment tonight. They decided to start, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Grant Williams that started tonight, right? Or they went small. They went with one big.
They started Derek White. They started Al Horford.
Derek White, excuse me. Yes. Okay. So they went with Derek White, and I could understand why they were doing that because, you know, from time to time, he can drill a couple threes and find some space, some creases in the Heat defense to, you know, get loose for a 3. But honestly, I'm not sure what they can do at this point. I mean, they tried the 2 big man lineup. That didn't work because Bam decided, you know what? I'm going to be Bam today. I'm going to be Bam Eastern Conference Finals 2020 on these whores. I'm going to do all of that stuff. Okay. They can't stop me. Jimmy decided that he was going to, you know, that dunker spot, he was going to turn that into his own little playground. And Derek White wasn't stopping that due to the size advantage. Gabe Vincent is shooting almost historically good from 3. Duncan is back. Max Strus is as girthy as ever. I mean, it's fantastic. Right now, you just got to hope that the Heat cool off at this point because nothing that the Boston Celtics are doing is working. And right now, it's kind of like 2014 finals. They're just going to keep shooting. And if they keep making it, do the best you can. But at this point, this is more a game 4 of Miami to lose, not so much one that the Celtics can theoretically win.
What was that word you used to describe Max Strus?
Ricky, you just can't help yourself, bro. He's a basketball shooter, bro. Why you can't just say Max Strus shoot good?
No, but in terms of like his build.
You ain't talk about nobody else build.
He's veiny too. Don't forget that.
Oh,
I wouldn't know anything about. But he physically he matches up well with Jimmy's son from Game 2. I forgot his name already. I don't know why.
Grant Williams,
light skin. There you go. Grant Williams. Grant Williams. Yeah, he matches up well with him, and I could see why they match up. Spo would throw Max at him like that
because they could put anybody on Grant Williams. I can't see you, LJ. Like, is you?
My camera died. I'm still here though.
Oh, okay. Well, you can go ahead and talk about like what kind of coaching adjustments do you see? Yeah, John, you just made it worse. He tried to clean it up.
Resume.
But
what? Oh, he tried to clean it up because
he said this wild, nasty freak boy shit. Yeah, he tried to clean that up. That's disgusting.
Deshaun Watson bag having ass nigga.
You feel me?
Sorry, TJ. I honestly didn't put it together. But fuck it. No, I'm not sorry, nigga. Whatever.
What about that boy who played for the Spurs? How about him? Nasty freak man.
Oh, Primo man.
Yeah. Out there priming himself in front of therapists. That was
Tony Parker.
And they still win it. And they still wouldn't gave them boys Wemby. That's nasty.
Come on, nasty word. George, I'll let you talk, even though you committed a flagrant foul against our homies over there, Coach. Oh wait, no, I started with LJ and then skipped over him. LJ, talk about what adjustments Boston can make for the next game.
I mean, they can try anything. It's not going to make a shit of a difference. I mean, you can, if the Heat are going to outshoot you, if they're going to shoot better than you, you're going to lose. If you shoot better than the Heat, there's a good chance you're probably still going to lose. So they can put Rob back in the starting five. I beg for it because they're just going to eat that alive again. Caleb said it. This is not last year. They're not going to get taunted by Rob Williams. Bam Adebayo has beaten the allegations. It's over. Joe Mazzulla said, I mean, you guys heard it in the post game. There's a disconnect. He's going to try to change something. Maybe it's having Peyton Pritchard grab Jimmy's knee again. I don't know. There's not much he can do. There's not much he can do in terms of basketball because the Heat are the better team. And they're going to win in 4 because there's not much you can do to stop a team that has Duncan Robinson hoisting from 3 with a green light and he's hitting at the clip that he's hitting at.
Let me tell you something. If Peyton Pritchard does anything to Jimmy Butler, boy will not.
He won't make
it out of 3.
I promise.
He'll survive the game. He's not making it out of the flight.
Not on my mama, not on Fogan, not on Gang, on Dell. On Dell, he won't make it to the tarmac, bro. I promise you. I promise you. I know some people that work real close to the floors. The Miami Kamehameha Center.
Come on now. I know Haitians in Miami. That's
bro. I will send
I can confirm that information as well.
He'll be catching a red eye, but it won't be that kind of red eye.
I'm trying to tell you, black eye. What are you talking about? Thank you, Kyle Lowry Daddy with the $5 dono. He said, "What do you guys think Hero's role will be when he comes back?" He was pretty good before he got hurt in game 1. Kendall, I'll let you answer this question.
This is going to be Tyler Hero's role. And here I have water. He will grab any container with water and immediately hand them to Duncan Robinson and Max Strus, Gabe Vincent, and Duncan Robinson and Caleb Martin as well. Because young brother.
I got something to add to that. This is a towel. From the sideline, he will be doing this shit, rooting on the players that are on the court.
He can sing peppers. He can tap into the fake blackness in him and sing "Whoop That Trick."
He can swag surf with the crowd.
He can pick whatever he likes, but he will not touch. He will not touch that basketball court. For I do not trust that he understands how to play basketball within this new system that has been created in this run. It is. We're going to play through Jimmy. We're going to play through Bam. And when ours is there, we're going to get ours. And we're going to know when it's our time. Can I trust Tyler Herro to do it? I don't think so. I hope he's getting much better. But for right now, what role does he have? He has a minuscule at the most. He is, for me, that man is in the same boat as Cody Zeller. He is nothing but a placeholder for minutes for everybody else. I'm dead ass fucking serious. There is no reason, brother, if you can come back why Tyler Herro should play more than 12 minutes other than to just spare people when we get foul trouble.
Here's my thing, bro. Like, I wouldn't say I don't have him in the Cody Zeller class. That seems disrespectful. I would rather Tyler Herro come back and try to fit in than to come back and try and stand out.
Bruh,
like that is where I am with Tyler
For
Herro.
me,
Like,
if I'm a coach, I'm not even playing that fucking game. Who said that shit? Jay-Z said that shit. I'll fuck up a good thing if you let me. Leave me alone, Becky. Tyler Herro will fuck up a good thing if you let him.
I really don't want to I don't want to get in this bag, bro. Like I just want to enjoy what we have going on.
Hey, look. This is the perfect I'll give y'all a comparison. And I'm getting in my Ricky J. Mark back. I'm gonna go back to 2001. I'm gonna go down. We're gonna go up. We're gonna actually go to Boston, Massachusetts.
That was a great album.
We're gonna go straight to New England. And we're going to take the Patriots when they went into Pittsburgh in the AFC Championship game in 2001. Tom Brady was playing the games. He got knocked out. First quarter. Boom. Drew Bledsoe got right back in that bitch. Lit it the fuck up. And for 2 weeks, the question for Bill Belichick was Bledsoe or Brady? Bledsoe or Brady? What the fuck did Bill Belichick do? He went with Tom Brady. The rest is history. You don't fuck with a good thing.
I hear that. I hear that.
I want to back him up on that.
Hold on. He said he touched Jimmy. He got a front row seat to the Juice WRLD and XX concert. I promise you, keep that bum 14 on the bench. Before you go, Ricky, I did want to let George talk. I want to give TJ the opportunity to respond, though. Like, don't lament the conversation, TJ. They gave us money to have it. Just go ahead and have the conversation for a little while. And this will be the last mention of Tyler Herro after Ricky gets to say his piece.
I'm in hell, personally. I'm just letting you all know. Tyler Herro is a fine basketball player. I don't believe that he's sitting on the sidelines and watching all this happen. Thinking to himself, you know what? I'm going to fuck that up. I don't think he's thinking to himself that. I believe, after not playing in any games, except for a part of game 1 against the Bucks, I don't think he'll come in and think, immediately that he's him. I believe that he watches the games like we do, and he's enjoying the basketball that's being played, and he would like to be a part of that. So if Tyler Herro does return, I don't think he'll immediately be running 75 pick and rolls. I do think. Please shut the fuck up. He'll be shooting his little 3-point shots off the catch. Maybe get to a floater here or there, but he will not be the offense. That is all.
Cool. George, I would like you to jump in on either the Tyler Herro conversation or the conversation that we're having about Boston adjustments for the next game.
I'll do both because they're very quick, both of them. What Boston need to do is jump on the 2nd Avenue to 8th Street, take the I-95 all the way up, take the MacArthur Causeway exit into Hinley exits 2, 3, and 4. That's the only adjustment you need to make, my friend. You can just choose either exit. Get the fuck out of Miami because you're going to lose in 4.
Right to the airport, my boy. You know some shit.
Get the fuck out of here. That's
you see that boy George reading them Google Maps directions, bro? I see you, George.
Bro, there is so much shit I don't understand. What the fuck is an NE 2nd Ave? What the fuck is an FL 112E?
I-95. Stop where you're ahead. You had a great bit.
You just cooked.
That is your fucking adjustment. The Tyler Herro thing, there's a direct correlation to the shit that we saw in the regular season to the amazing basketball we see now. There is one constant, one coefficient, one reason. Tyler Herro does not fit the system of basketball, and he takes the ball away from Jimmy, takes the ball away from Bam. He's inefficient. He's incomplete as a player. He needs to stop. He needs to figure out what his role is if he wants to succeed on this Miami Heat team. He might get a ring from doing fuck all. He played, I think it was 6 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes.
George, he don't need to figure out what his role is, bro.
No, but he fucking does. He thinks he.
I know what it is.
You tell him then.
Tyler, I know you watching, bro. I know you watching. Just listen to me, bro. I got you. I'm the one person who's gonna tell you the truth about yourself. Nobody else. play like Duncan Robinson. Just go in there and play like Duncan Robinson. Never stop moving. When you catch the ball behind the three-point line, look for an opportunity to shoot the ball, take you 2-3 dribbles, get off the ball, start running all around again, bro. Shots will open up to you. The ball finds energy. When you get off the ball, you cannot just stand there, bro. Play like Duncan.
I have a quote from a very infamous member of the Basement Fan Chat and friend of the Basement. I won't say his name, saying, I quote, "This team is built wrong for Tyler Herro." That's what he said. I don't give a fuck what you think. At the end of the day, I swear to God, you can be in whatever delusional land you want to be in. But if you're sitting here and telling me that the problem is the team's not built for him, you've got something fucking wrong with you, because you have to realize that this team isn't built around him. This team was built around Jimmy and built around Bam. Tyler Herro has now taken over and decided, no, it is true. It's not built for Tyler. This is bullshit.
No, I'm talking about the built around Bam part. That was
yeah, true. Fair enough. You got a point. But the end of the day is he does not fit the system. He does not make this team better the way they are right now. If he resumed his prior role, which means taking shots away, it's the inefficient shooting, it's the shit ball handling, it's the fucking bad playmaking, it's the bad decisions, the bad play calls, the bad teammate spirit, the bad. He just does not know what he needs to do. We played like shit when he was a focal point. He got out of the game, and we are fucking one game away from sweeping in the Eastern Conference Finals. It is not a mistake. There is a coefficient. There is a fucking reason for
it. The coolest, like, I don't know if you noticed or if you heard this before. I got all these niggas locked in, bro. Don't even worry about them going nowhere, brother. They ain't going nowhere, bro. They leave here, they'll never work in this business again. I can tell you that right now.
Let me answer a question that's come from the chat. He goes, but what now? Star Fox 85, but what now? We know that. I am stating the obvious. What now happens is we win the ring. He enjoys the ring. He gets fucking traded. This is the plan. There is no reason.
I don't like it over there.
They don't like you mean.
They ain't let niggas nigga. Niggas don't nigga in there.
Whoa.
No, ain't no whoa now. They said it. I just respond.
Who am I to combat the truth? Ricky, I know you want to jump in here real quick. Get your shit off, and then we're going to start moving on to the Denver series, because I don't think there's much more fun to talk about when it comes to Boston.
I mean, what's funny? Usually when Kendall talks, no, you don't need to underline what he said, because he usually says it all point blank, period. However, I'd like to add a little something just to further hammer home this point. I think this entire network knows I do the exact opposite. But let's move on. But so here's the thing. A perfect example of messing around with rotations this late in the season is the year 2009. That was when the Orlando Magic, Twan's team, actually got to the NBA Finals. The funny thing about that team was Jameer Nelson was having a career year. You remember that? Remember Jameer Nelson, Twan? Remember him?
Of course.
Good times, right? All right. Yeah, thank you. So here's what's interesting about that, right? So he was playing so well that year, he became an all-star, and then he hurt, I think, his shoulder or something like that. He rehabbed for pretty much the rest of the season, and Stan Van Gundy brought him back right as the NBA Finals started. Now, for those of us that remember this, skip to my Lou, Rafer Alston, who was Rafer Alston was more of a pure point guard for that Magic team that got all the way to the finals, beating, I don't remember who they beat in the first round. They beat the Celtics, and then they beat the Cavs, LeBron's Cavs, in the 2009 Eastern Conference Finals. He was arguably a better fit for what they were doing out there. And Jameer was more of a shoot first point guard. It kind of messed things up a little bit. And you could argue that had Rafer maintained his rhythm, his playing time and things like that, maybe the series goes to 6, and maybe 7, maybe. It's kind of a stretch, maybe, but you could argue they would have been more competitive because they didn't dance with the girl they came with. They danced with the girl they wanted from the very beginning. And unfortunately, that messed things up a little bit. So chemistry can be a delicate thing. The Heat are a well-oiled machine right now. And if you want to bring back Tyler, if you're going to do it, you work him in slowly, or you give him the Wiseman treatment where you say, all right, we got a good thing going. We're probably not going to play you. Get ready for next season and then trade him for depth. I hope that answers your question, Jess.
But I like that. Like, to be honest with you, I didn't know where you were going with it at first, but I like that analogy because it kind of like it perfectly surmises kind of like our fears in terms of what it could mean to just come back and have that man come back right into the role that he left in. Like, it could essentially mess up. We don't give a fuck about what
hey, no, I'll put that in. I just want to say, hey, Roberto.
Oriolas.
Hey, Roberto Areola. You find yourself watching us, brother. It ain't happening the other way around. So we may look dumb as fuck, but you a fucking clown because you watching the dumb motherfuckers.
I don't even know who you are.
Come on, Ricky. When Roberto Urethra speaks, you listen.
You watching the dumb motherfuckers. So what does that make you?
The boy Roberto Uchiha out here in the goddamn comments. Listen, bro.
Mr. Uchi Wally Wally in here.
What fuck is you talking about? Listen, bro. We do not. Hey, my boy, what's happening? But no, listen. Real talk, bro. You don't have to like us. You also don't have to watch us. There are other programs out here for you to watch. If you enjoy that type of thing, please go watch them. Just
subscribe and like the video before you
subscribe. Subscribe to the Basement.
We don't shun people that go elsewhere. Go ahead.
Cook. But I do want to talk about some other things that is not related to this topic that keeps coming up. James Lowry with the $2 donut. He said they beat Philly, Celtics, Cavs. Yes. Read from the fan chat with the $2 donut. That was Shakira. First of all, she makes elite music, by the way. David Sasson with a $2 dono. He said JT really dressed like Hillary Clinton to score 14 points.
Yeah, he lost like her too.
For real.
Both of them had a 97% chance to win and lost. So,
that shit is crazy. I do want to get
blue a sure thing.
Ooh, I like the blue bar. I hear you, Kang. I hear you. They ain't got to hear you. My boy Twisty. Oh, you done changed it to a lowercase T now. See, bro? My boy Twist wanted me to change his name to Twist, so he lowercase the T. Appreciate you, bro, with the $9.99 don't know. He says, shout out to Max Strus because they keep trying to target him and he clamping that shit up. Fuck is you talking about? I hear you, my boy. But yeah, I do want to look ahead a little bit. I know this is wrong to do, but I feel like we're in a comfortable position. Real quick, I want to get y'all quick thoughts on Miami matchup versus Denver. And we're going to start, and we'll end the show like that. George, we're going to start with you. Give me your quick thoughts. Like, if you had to give like a quick synopsis of how you think that series could play out, let me know what it is.
It's one of those same situations where you've got very similar sort of teams. You've got a really good guard / whatever the fuck you want to call Jimmy. I still call him a guard. You've got two really good big men in Bam Adebayo, Nikola Jovic, and a host of role players after that decide whether the game will be won or lost. In MPJ, in KCP, Aaron Gordon, these types of players, they're role players, is what they are. They're really good. They're still role players. The same with the Heat. It's going to come down to who performs on the night to the best of their abilities with what they have. We've got the better coach team. We don't have the best record against Denver. That's the one thing that kind of annoys me a little bit, but it is what it is. You're gonna have to work it out. We had to do it against the Bucks. We had to do it against the Knicks. We're doing it against the Celtics. You're gonna have to do it against the Denver Nuggets as well. So I ain't gonna say Heat in 5, but Heat in 4. It is what I just don't think this team can be beat in a 7-game series. I don't see a situation where Jimmy Butler allows this team to be, beat 4 out of 7. I don't see it. So I'm backing the Heat to win anything. I'm backing them to finish this fucking series in 4. That's for sure.
Shout out to Mr. Lynette. She said we're better defensively. That is an absolute fact. That's easy. Ja brought up something that I didn't really think that we didn't bring up, and he talked about Kevin Love's injury. That sucks. That sucks. I do like what Kevin Love actually got us started in terms of scoring. But he said now that Caleb's hurt, Caleb should start against Denver. Them lineups big and quick. I don't want to.
Bo just said that Kevin's fine. By the way, he said he's fine.
Yeah. I don't want to dismiss. I was about to say I don't want to dismiss the fact.
That's Spo.
Kevin Love will be starting against Denver.
Yeah, Kevin Love will be back by then. Like
absolutely, he should start against Denver because that's man's name is what's his name? Well, who's next? Let me start. Go ahead.
Oh, that's LJ. LJ, talk about your quick thoughts on the Denver matchup.
Yeah, I don't like to get too far ahead, but I mean, we are up 3-0. So I will talk about Denver. It's funny because they're very, very similar teams, the way they both feed off of their top two stars with Murray and Jokic and then Bam and Jimmy. And it's really funny, too, because one's an 8 seed, one's a 1 seed, yet there's an insane amount of similarities between those. And you probably won't hear any national network talk about that either because they'll talk about how the Celtics lost or the Lakers lost, but it is what it is. It's going to be a massive series for Bam. Like, it's going to have to be an insane series from Bam. He's been proving us wrong the entire postseason, though, guys. Like, people said he couldn't do it against Brook. He had a triple-double to close them out in Milwaukee. People said he couldn't do it against New York. He was a little iffy in that game, too, but then was largely the best player in that entire series from then on out. Ricky can roll his eyes. He knows I'm right. He knows I'm right. But then again, in Boston, they said, well, Al Horford or Rob Williams is going to do it. No, Bam's outside of Jimmy has been the most consistent player in this entire series for a series that's housed Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown as well. It's been Bam's postseason. We said he needed a postseason like this if they were going to make any kind of shocking run. He's done just that. He'll have to do something else that we said he probably couldn't do, and that's probably clamp Jokic.
I think Bam has done enough in this postseason just to kind of satisfy the itch that we had to see him be productive in the postseason. I think he's kind of done enough to kind of do that and then warrant a little bit of grace going into next year in terms of playoff performances. He's done an amazing job this playoffs, and he does deserve his flowers. Ricky, go ahead and give me a quick preview on Denver.
Yeah, I think Game 4 is going to be a pretty interesting game, but I think at this point the Nuggets are going to sweep the Lakers. They're cooked. I mean, AD is good once every other game, and when he's playing well in those other games, he's a high injury risk. And this team had been on borrowed time. If we strip away the narratives, the number 1 seed is about to sweep the number 7 seed in the Western Conference. This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. As far as Heat Nuggets, do it again. You were good tonight. You were good the other day. Do it again. Because I know last year when we were upstairs, I mentioned that Bam has to ascend. And in the NBA Finals, if you don't ascend, you lose. You can't sleepwalk through an NBA Finals. You got to perform. And the Nuggets are no joke. I know people are going to be like, oh, look, he's always picking the other team to win. The Nuggets aren't the Celtics. And if we're being real, like they gotta bring it. And they've got a good deal of dudes that can really hurt you. However, as we saw in games 1 and 2, they showed that they can collapse if you pressure them. So maybe there are some similarities between the Nuggets and the Celtics, but I think they're a better team overall. Jokic is going to go off, and Bam's got his work cut off for him. As a matter of fact, I'll even close by saying this. We might actually see the reason why the Profits up at the front office over in Miami signed Cody Zeller, because you're going to need a bunch of fouls to throw at that big guy so Bam can still be effective, and Zeller might actually be a problem for Jokic, one might think, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's win this Game 4, rest, and then we'll see what happens.
Calling them folks in that front office Profits is nasty work because they didn't see this shit.
I'm being sarcastic.
I hate you. but yeah, like I do agree. Denver would they be our toughest test? Because I think they might be the worst defensive team that we've played in the playoffs when we get there. Like, they're not a better defensive team than Boston, New York, or Milwaukee. And so I see that as a Heat advantage. They have terrible defenders over there, not just bad, but offensively, they're probably – I don't know, because I would have thought Boston or Milwaukee would have been, like, on par with them in terms of offensive firepower. So who knows? That's a two-man show over there. We've been shutting them shits down all season. Kendall, give me your thoughts on the potential Heat-Denver matchup.
It's been a walky ass season for the Heat, for the whole NBA as a whole. We seen the Lakers flip their fucking roster. They got to where they got, and they dominated the Warriors, who was the defending champs. The Heat ran through the Bucks. Not really but on the scoreboard and wins and on the column, wins and loss column, they did. Even though they had to come back from double-digit losses in the fourth, we saw Bam grow up against the Knicks and bitch they whole front court, dominate them. And then it was our fan base asking for, okay, what you gonna do against the Celtics? Because we know how the season ended last year, and everybody out here stepping up. It's a walky ass season, bro. I think the Heat they gonna smack the fuck out of the Nuggets, bro. It just I'm not no longer trying to explain how they doing shit. I can explain what I saw and the things they was doing, and once it's done, but bro, we won. I was confident in game 1 against the Celtics, and when I saw how we beat them, I was confident in game 2 that we was finna beat their ass again, bro. And in this game, bro, I was just when Kevin Love hit the first 2 shots, bro, I was just
this shit
somebody new stepping up. These niggas finna get put in the dirt. The Heat is just on some shit right now. And I'm sorry, a Nugget, if you put a Nugget in Heat, I don't know how long it's gonna stand. And I just think it's Jimmy season, bro. Spo finna get his flowers in an amazing way. And I just want to touch on that. I want to speak on that. Bro, Spo got to 4 finals in 4 years and won 2 chips with the Big Three. His new duo, Jimmy and Bam, in their 3rd conference final and a win away from their 2nd finals appearance. I just think it's Spo and Jimmy season, bro, to get what's theirs. And I don't that Nugget shit is cool, bro. KCP hooping. But we got Jamal Murray hooping. But I'm just finna I'm rocking with my guy, with our guys, bro. Fuck the Nuggets, bro. I think the Heat gonna win a chip, bro. Not playing with what the fuck we seeing no more. It is what it is. And I was kind of playing with the 12 minutes of time. Tyler, bro, they about to get a kick of energy. Not gonna hold you. We may not see it in Denver, but when they come back to Miami and that white boy step on that fucking court,
the arena is going to be quaking.
They are gonna lose their fucking minds. And if he's playing well,
they are going to be outrageous, bro.
And let me just say, the Nuggets better be up 2-0. Because if they not, when they come here, they getting cooked. I don't think Miami gonna lose a game at the crib, bro. This whole playoff run. I just don't think so.
Just win 1 in Denver, it's a wrap.
That's the problem. The way that they've been going through each series, it's they're getting stronger each series, bro. With each series that they put behind them, bro, they get a little bit better. And I feel it's I said, bro, it feel like 2020 again, where it's just the ball just kept rolling, bro. And you feel like the team of destiny. TJ,
this feel before you go, it kind of feel like that Mavericks run when they ran into the Lakers in the 2nd round. The Boston Celtics are our LA in this run to some degree. And Dallas ran through LA. They won the first 2 on the road.
Yeah.
And they smacked the fuck out of them. I think this is exactly like that.
Yeah, that shit's wild, bro.
Comeback too.
Alex coming with the 499. Don't know. He said Gabe is literally shooting more than Tyler. Y'all talking nonsense.
Cap.
Okay, so listen. Exactly. Listen, bro. I don't want to keep coming back to this, but it's not how many shots Tyler takes. It's the way that he goes about getting them and the quality of the looks that he's taking. with Gabe Vincent, like tonight, we said it before. Gabe Vincent, all 14 of his shots felt like they came into the flow of the offense. It didn't feel like at any point he was hijacking the offense. With Tyler, all too often, it starts to feel like he wants to be the one taking the shots. So he will do whatever it takes for him to get a shot, as opposed to letting the offense come to him. But like we talking about, bro, if Tyler come back, bro, he can add to this team, bro.
Also, it's only 14 shots. That's a small shooting night for Tyler. And Gabe went 11 for 14, so keep shooting. It's not like Gabe took 23 shots.
That's facts, but we have seen Gabe take way more than 14 shots to our detriment to that point, though. James Lowry with the $2 dono, he said, more likely to be gone next year, Herro or Missoula. Herro, they got to stick with Missoula.
Yes.
They already gave him an extension. They also still paying for Ime, ain't it? Like, or did the NBA let them out of that contract?
I think so. Well, no, he got hired, so I think like
the other team picks up whatever the rest of it was.
Yeah, it's like stops getting paid.
Yeah. But either way, though, like they've already given Joe an extension. I think they're going to give him at least 2 years, especially considering that he made it to a conference final in his first year. Renee Blunt with the 199 dono said, "Big heat for sure." TJ, I want you to preview the matchup versus Denver a little bit.
This is the matchup that I didn't want to see the most. I think they give them the most headaches in terms of just they haven't seen this guy who is just an offense all to himself. I know, like with Giannis, they kind of got something similar, but Jokic is a different animal. You feel me? I'm interested to see how they match up. I don't. Who does Kevin Love guard? Where do you put Gabe Vincent? You know, things like that. But honestly, like I'm probably with Kendall, bro. Like I can't bet against these niggas, bro. I can't. When he said it, like it feels like 2020. This is exactly how I felt when we were just going into series and like I just had like this random confidence. Like I didn't care who we played. It was just like we good. You feel me? We good. And I felt the same way like all the way up until the finals when we played the Lakers. Like I felt like we should have won that series if it weren't for like, Goran Dragic getting hurt, which is like. It makes no sense, but that's how I felt. That's just the way that season was going, you know? So I feel the same way now. I think their defense is dog shit, but their offense is amazing. And, you know, they got role players hitting just like we got role players hitting. But I trust our star more than I trust their star, you feel me? We got Jimmy Butler, bro, been playing like Jordan. Even though he ain't done the Jordan thing this series, he hasn't had to because everybody and their grandmother been stepping up. So, like, bro, I'm confident in him, bro. I don't know what the series is gonna look like. I expected this series to be very tough, and we've been beating the dog shit out of them. So, hey man, he and whatever, it don't even matter. But I think we're winning the title this year.
Me too, bro. Like I think what it is for me, like what's giving me more confidence is that there have been matchup problems for this team throughout the course of the playoff run already. But when it comes to that Denver matchup, could the matchup be easier for our two best players? Like like Jokic guarding Bam is a mismatch both ways, to be honest with you, because Jokic is a cone. Who on their perimeter is giving Jimmy the most problems?
Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon, maybe you might see some KCP on him.
My thing is, like, to your point, they pull Bam away. Like, what I've liked from everybody else, there's been more dribble drive. Like people just putting the ball down, bro. So to your point, like
we saw Duncan Robinson do it.
Duncan Robinson finessed the pick and roll like against elite defense. Like had niggas heads on. They didn't know
multiple times, bro.
He came off that bitch and he said, and like, bro, they didn't know what he was about to do, and so they in a different bag.
I mean, Austin Reeves was able to get good looks against this Nuggets team. Now, did they all go down? No.
Like,
I like him. I do. But the reason why I say Austin Reeves is because there are moments when Duncan Robinson will surprise you off the dribble. I'm not saying this obviously happens all the time,
to be honest with you.
But there are moments where if he catches them sleeping or slipping, whichever way you want to go with it, that's easy points. And if that is happening, if Duncan is confident enough to where he can actually hunt someone, that just diversifies Miami's offense and allows the ball to move. Because honestly, when it comes to pure Spoelstra ball, it's when the ball is moving like crazy. Guys are unselfish. The ball is just, it's not unlike what we saw in 2014 against the Spurs. That's Spoelstra ball. And it doesn't necessarily require a star to make it good. Like you'll see, I mean, just look at the role players that Spo got out there all the way to within one win of an NBA Finals.
I was about to say, Rick,
I'm not saying the stars aren't needed.
No, I got you. But we didn't even got to go back that far to look at Spo ball like you alluded to just now. We're looking at it now. Like what you're watching now on offense is Spo ball. And that's kind of Ricky's greater point. Like when you can play offense like this together, whatever, then that sum being greater, or the parts, whatever, the sum being greater than the total parts or whatever it is, you know how the analogy goes. But that's what it becomes. And then you paired that with them being so connected defensively. I think that is kind of like the basketball rationale for us being so confident against a team that's as high-powered as Denver is offensively. But we still got another game in this Celtics series. No use predicting that shit because we are absolutely going to blow their fucking ass out and win this last game, sweep that shit, get it over with, get prepared for the finals. So thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my boy. Thank you to my boy LJ, who I forgot who it was for a second because I didn't see his face. Thank you to George, who pulled up and left. And, of course, thank you to every member of the Cain gang who made this show possible. Cain TJ, Cain Kendall, Cain Ricky, and, of course, Cain Justin in the back on the ones and twos. We'll see y'all next game. Play the video, Justin.
Come to work, Jess.
Play the video, Justin.
Oh yeah, we packing somebody up tonight.
Yeah, Germans.
Hey, slipping. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat pack in the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe.
Black
You already
women
know.
mean
Grab a
everything
seat
to
and
me.
kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the trade, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul. When the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. Going down in the